football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Western Kentucky's offense will have the football first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove the entire college football.
Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Barber. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Rigby. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Hilltoppers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Blackburn. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Let's talk for just a second about Western Kentucky. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Rushes on him. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Hilltoppers will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. So Tulane's offense will take the field for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
We'll see if they go back to the run here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's Davis. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And there might have been from the gun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Guys, let's take a second here and talk about Tulane. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David breaks into the open. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finds his big tight end. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Really good job working through his progression to get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Trying to run it in. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it, and he had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and goal, where the strong come through. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the goal line. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Tulane. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. This drive will open from the 15. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. 1st down, 10 yards to go. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Hilltoppers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Reed. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. That's caught. It's Hayes. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached a break, and it's Tulane on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The Green Wave trying to move the chains on third and short. Oside with the back. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Tulane looking for the fourth down conversion here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. Guys, let's chat for just a minute about Western Kentucky. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a three-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer portal.
Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Hilltoppers line up to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. He gets a block. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Offense in a bunch formation. Running back searching for a hole. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They're down to the 35 on first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man down the middle. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Tulane. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you're going to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Unleashes to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Give to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Tulane comes to the line, lots of work to do on third down. Spits it out to the back. Got it in the middle, it's McClure. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
And that is a huge conversion on third and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here.
Touchdown, Green Wave! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score. There he goes. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the single running back. Let's talk for just a second about Western Kentucky. It can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
And the Hilltoppers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll sneak it. The Hilltoppers have their offense in high gear. It'll be a draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wants to throw. It's Barber. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Makes the grab on the left. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And the Hilltoppers will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give to Davis. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front to get on those offensive line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Turning it on! And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Tulane right back to the line. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Got him looking run. He wants to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Extending the play. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 1st and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the 1st half.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. To throw, it's Barber. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Here's a heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Hilltoppers will call on their punt team. Wants to bring it back. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. They'll ride Davis here. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Now on 1st down from the 43. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down and run. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the 1st half. And the Hilltoppers will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to fire. Got out of trouble and throws. Caught close to the marker. It's Reed. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. To the air on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Preston. Still on his feet. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Tulane didn't start this drive with very good field position, but now they've got a chance to operate. It's complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going for 6. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it 1 more yard to get it. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tulane! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass, it's Barber. Gets it out fast. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Sends it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front?
And that's a live ball. And
rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Hilltoppers send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. High the chains now on second and long. A designed run for the quarterback. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, third and long coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They go to the ground. Powers through the defender. He now has 115 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll leave it with him. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Tulane didn't start this drive with very good field position, but now they've got a chance to operate. To the ground with the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Green Wave lining up, facing third and long. They'll give it to the back. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Never a doubt. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn every...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Yeah, and this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the fourth quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Hilltoppers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Paul.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now